Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Good as Gold number 56. I'm OrD, that's O-R-D. You can find me on YouTube at OrD StarCraft, on Twitter at ORD_SC2, on Facebook, blah, 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 blah. Right now, we're about to enter game number 2 of the semifinals of Good as Gold 56. With me is LordFreiza. You can find him on YouTube.com/Frieza StarCraft or on Twitch at Frieza StarCraft. Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm having a fun time tonight. How about you?
I'm doing good. Thank you for coming on with me, and I'll let you take it away.
Alrighty, guys. So, spawning in the top left-hand corner of Condemned Ridge, it is VM Serpent, the pink Zerg player. And spawning in the top right, it is Swedish Fish, the teal Protoss player. So, fun little PvZ matchup on Condemned Ridge. I'm looking forward to a fantastic matchup here.
Should be pretty alright. Right now, looking at nothing in particular, we do see that there is a SEV scout out moving across the map for Swedish Fish, and the VM Serpent's Sloverlord is slowly making its way across. We're going to follow it on that journey.
Yeah, so I mean, generally in PvZ matchups, it's accepted that the Protoss Forge Fast expands, and then the Zerg does some kind of triple hatch or goes into some really early game pressure. And I don't know what your opinion on that is, but I think that's become pretty standard. Right now, though, Swedish Fish has his pylon in his main base, making a gateway rather than a Forge Fast expand. So I'm actually looking forward to seeing a little bit of variety in the PvZ matchup.
Well, there's a lot of people who subscribe to the train of thought that Naniwa has, which is against Zerg, you forge fast expand or you die trying, because if you don't, then you're just behind the entire game. And it looks like Swedish Fish maybe not deciding to do that. A lot of players, especially in Bronze, Silver, Gold League, seem to have a problem with this really large ramp. They're not quite sure how to wall it off most effectively, and so I think we're probably going to see something like a 2-gate expand out of him here, something that feels safer than a Forge Fast expand. We do have the hatchery going down for VM Serpent on 16 it was, and the spawning pool went down I think at 12 there, going down Extractor after the hatchery, and we may see some pretty early speedlings try and move out and pick off some zealots or something like that. Ooh, never mind. Roach Warren.
Yeah, Roach Warren's throwdown gets instantly scattered out by that probe. So, I mean, although roaches are pretty standard when it comes to ZVP, the probe is going to know what's coming, and he's going to be able to prepare accordingly. Once he takes his expansion, which I'm assuming is coming, I'd like him to throw down a robotics bay, because really, I think Immortals, as well as Sentries, a lot of the time make the difference in these huge engagements. But right now, we're just the early game. Roach Warren is just now finishing, so there isn't too much to expect right now. The little drone scout actually appears to be hiding in the natural of Swedish Fish.
Indeed, and this probe is not going to scout it out, I don't think, and I clearly no intention of expanding as he's laying down more and more gateways. It looks like it's going to be a 4-gate, but it's kind of a defensive 4-gate against pretty early Roach Warren timing, and there's no speed at all being researched. There's some lings coming out now. I'm not even sure why the VM Serpent went ahead and got those, considering his roach timing. I mean, I don't mind some Zerglings to buffer the roaches, but at this point it just delays his roaches even more.
Yeah, I mean, my guess is generally that he didn't have enough gas to support it, and being on only one geyser, it is sometimes tough to support it. But I mean, you take a look at the harvesters, he's at 13 drones. Only 13 drones. That's very few. I mean, his opponent counterpart has 24, probes. So obviously either VM Serpent's doing something wrong, or this is some kind of big timing attack push that I'm unfamiliar with. And here it goes right into the base of the Protoss player, and he appears to be utterly unprepared for this.
Yeah, the lings get in, and no, don't go towards the middle of the line. I don't really like Swedish Fish doesn't actually need to run from this. Probes do quite well against lings, even speedlings. But now with the roach there, the probes are starting to look a little concerned. There's a stalker that's made it back in, but he's going to get surrounded by lings, and the roaches are going to finish him off. 3 zealots pop out. Oh, but they don't really get a lot of hits off. They're being isolated from one another. There's only one left now. There's one warp gate never actually, or one gateway never got upgraded to a warp gate. Zealots are engaging piecemeal, and VM Serpent may be our first player in the finals right now. I'm surprised that this is being effective as it is, but I think perhaps that 13 kind of drone timing attack is exactly what was intended here. The roaches, I think, might get cleaned up by the probes, but it'll be a close